Hey guys, good afternoon. It's about 1 o'clock. It is raining and there's big thunder down the way. I'm trying to get in before clouds blow up. We've got an event at the White House, but then we're going to go do some other stuff. We're just doing a preset right now. Then we've got, I don't know, let's get some lunch, and then we'll come back about 3:30 for this big event. And then we're done. Everybody out. POTUS coming. Huh? POTUS is coming. Psych. Psych. Never mind.
Could we leave our letters?
Yeah, leave that.
It's a nice thought, Dave.
There's a bunch of inside engineers now, 10. And the last one outside.
Was there a good show for Ed's retirement last night?
I was invited.
Hamburger, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is.
When they put
Good.
Just got the edge. TV's on the other side. How's he get up from here? Where's the staircase up, I wonder? Is it that door or the one? There's one up there. It looked kind of small. I thought it'd be like grand.
I'm not going.
Oh, I thought there was like a beautiful, ornate spiral kind of thing.
Yeah, it's really tiny.
Oh, yeah. But, okay, guys. So we're going to get lunch. The press briefing starts at 2-ish, but they're always late. I'm hungry. I'm not going to stay here till like 4 without eating. So let's bail off campus and grab a bite to eat. Very strange the whole park is closed off. It's been closed off since I got here. I don't know what's going on. Maybe there's something on the other side. Okay, yay! We're back on a scooter and out of that White House. More fun this way. Anyway, we got a press briefing for the next hour. It's pretty dull. Oh, bicycle convention. Let's swing down and see what's going on in the park. Tourist. So the park has been closed for a couple hours now. I'm not sure if they're weather related. Maybe they don't want anyone in here because of the storms, or a security issue, or what's going on. But no one's in the park. They're all out here being tourists. There was a police car down here earlier. Maybe we'll check that out. Truth conductors down here playing national anthems. Probably the Jehovah. Yeah. There's Secret Service. All right, let's just keep going around this bus. X2, this is a long bus. It's like an extended range. So you may remember McPherson Square Park was basically a homeless camp for the last year or so. And earlier, I think it was January, February, they cleared it out and started a massive renovation of the park. That renovation is still going on, which is basically a fancy way of saying we left the fences up so nobody would go back in the park at all. And the park looks gorgeous. There's just no way to access it. So homeless have already started to set up shop outside the park, even though they can't get in. Most of the homeless just got, in fact, almost all of the homeless, I think the Washington Post or one of the newspapers, tracked down the 75 or 100 people who got kicked out of the park, and all of them are still homeless in other parks in the city. So, anyway, they got this park back, but they didn't really help any of the homeless get any better. It's got these no camping regulation signs all around the outskirts. It's not like you could actually get in to camp if you wanted to anyway. C'est la vie. All right, this is K Street. K is in, well, I don't know, the letter K, but it's also where all the lobbyists used to be. Lobbyists and lawyers used to make their home on K Street. Now many of them are spread all over the city, finding fancier or cheaper property in other places. The place down there with the two spires on the top, that's the Washington Post building, yeah? So that's where the Washington Post is prepared. It's actually printed out in Virginia. They used to print it just downtown here. It was really cool because you could come out at night. You come out at like 10 o'clock and get the next day edition of the Washington Post. And like all the political, journalist crazy people would come up to get the early edition of the Post. It's a lot of fun. Let's go down this next park. Okay, we had to pause. We had to send some tourists to get some lunch. They didn't know where to eat around here. I recommended Five Guys, but they're like, no, we can do Five Guys in our hometown, which is a valid point. This is my hometown, so I go with it. This, however, is Franklin Square Park. It was renovated about 2 years ago. It's really gorgeous. They basically kicked all the homeless out, put in a park maintenance facility to sort of make sure they didn't come back. Oh, look at all these flowers. This is just across from the Washington Post building. That's that building right over there. It's the Washington Post headquarters. Let's go down this way and spin back around. Figure out what we're going to do. All right, we're on the other side of the White House right now. That's the New York Avenue Presbyterian Church. That was Abraham Lincoln's congregation, even though that wasn't his actual church building. But Abe Lincoln used to go to church over here. Now it's got a pretty big homeless outreach. So there's quite a few homeless folks out here getting services and help. But it still has regular masses, or services, I guess you'd call it, Presbyterian services. On that side is the IBRD, or the Inter-American Development Bank, which is like the World Bank, but it's just focused on the Americas, the IADB. They're in this offices right here. Let's go down and see what else we can find. So this is the entrance to the public tours. You can see there are dogs there to sniff for explosives and whatnot. So you do get a dog sniff if you go in the public tour. You don't get it if you go in the West Wing, where I go. Well, you don't normally get it. Sometimes you do. All right, let's go around here. All right, so the ellipse is open. Tourists over there. There's the trucks that do nothing. They're just hanging out doing nothing like they normally do, unless something's going on. And then they do something. We saw them doing something when the hazmat took place, but generally they're pretty quiet. Let's go up this way. This used to be a public restroom, but it's been closed for years. I don't know what's going on with this. Just as I don't know what's going on with this area that's been in the fence for years. It's like a parking lot. It used to be a parade ground for the Army. They'd come out here on like Wednesday or Thursday nights and do their twilight tattoo. All right, let's go over here. There's a motorcycle gang of nerds making their way down the sidewalk. Try not to get hit by them. All right, let's go. Really big group of tourists today. South Lawn is empty. We're gonna have a motorcade later coming through South Lawn. I don't actually. Already kind of putting some vehicles out there. Let's go around. Sorry. Cutting through pictures. Sometimes it's the only way. Oh, there's the Washington Monument over there. It's pretty dark blue skies. There's a lot of rain over in Virginia today. Yesterday we had the rain. Virginia was clear. It's switched around a little bit today. Look at that, guys. The rain has gone just like that. Now we've got bluish skies this direction. Really crazy weather in Washington. There's the Eisenhower building. A lot of you keep asking, what's that big building? Well, that's the Eisenhower Executive Office building. A lot of the White House staff is actually based over there. It's really beautiful inside, but I don't get to go in there very often. So that's the east wing. And we're going in the bookseller's entrance. Whew. Some stairs. Okay? Yeah. Sorry.
The pillar used to be
Back there, yeah. Whoa, sauna. Oh man, that's a lot of soda.
Thank you.
But you got the ladder, go. Thanks. Oh, come on. Sorry. The bowling alley's down there. See you there. So this weekend, let's start the big clear out. Let's go downstairs and see it one last time. Much more cleared out than the rest of the building.
No, the other one.
So they're all ready. Out here they're not ready. They haven't really taken anything down or moved anything. Okay, so Friday is done. Moving day is underway. Biden's going to motorcade out a little later. I'm not going to catch it. It's just a motorcade. We're going to head back, do some other stuff. Maybe we'll make some more video today. Let's go out. The Marine is left. That means he's not in the Oval Office. I don't think he's been in the Oval Office very much at all today, except for his morning briefing. It is steamy hot out here. Steamy, steamy hot. Let's get out of here. All right, so I don't think we'll be back here much next week. Biden is off and away in London, and I think they're going to use that week to do a lot of renovations to the press gallery. We'll be back when he comes back, but should be a pretty quiet week. We had a lot of stuff going on Capitol Hill next week. We'll go up there and see what's going on. Ugh, get my ID off. Okay guys, so that is Friday. Biden is already in Rehoboth. Interestingly, he flew Air Force One over to Dover Air Force Base, and then they're motorcading down to Rehoboth from Dover. We thought he might fly the helicopter. I think the weather messed that all up. Anyway, we'll be around rather sporadically this weekend, but who knows? Strange stuff happens on the weekends, and I'll be there to cover it if you'd like. Anyway, see you next time. Subscribe if you haven't. Bye-bye.